What's up, guys? So today we're going to do a 2-week review of my VIOFO A119 V3 dash cam. I really just want to do an overview and say my likes, my dislikes, things I wish that were different, things I love about it, and then wrap it all up with just an overall summary of how I feel about the dash cam. So let's get right into it. So first is the design. I really like the design of this dash cam. When I was looking, it was very important for me to find something that was sleek and something that wasn't super noticeable from the outside that you have a dash cam. And I feel like this fits it perfectly. Granted, I do have some tint on my windows, so it's a little harder to see than maybe it would be for someone else's car. But unlike some of the other dash cams I've seen that are very bulky and very obvious that they're there, this one seems to hug the glass pretty well, is kind of stealthy on the outside, and on the inside, it's just small enough to where it's not bothering me or any passengers in my car. So props to them for this design. I'm a big fan. Next up, we have the install. The install was absolutely incredible. It was so simple, and I have a video of that entire thing that I'll put up right here in case you want to go check that out. But it took genuinely maybe 20 minutes, and that was with me filming and showing you how to do it. So very quick. They give you all the tools you need, from the wires to the cigarette lighter plug to 3mm tape, things you can use to mount. They give you a tool to use to pry some of the lining so you can put all of the wires inside the trim. They really just made sure that anyone who gets this kit can pick it up and within an hour go into their own car and figure out how to make it work. So again, props to them for that. As for the dash cam itself, I really don't have a lot of complaints. They really just hit a lot of the important things, at least to me, on the head. So firstly, it's an auto turn on and an auto turn off. After it's installed, whenever you start the ignition, it will automatically start to run and record. That was a big thing for me, because a lot of the dash cams out there, they will automatically turn on when power is put into, but you have to stop and you have to press record. And I did not want to ever have to touch my dash cam unless I was getting footage out of it. So really nice that it does all of that automatically. It also auto writes over itself. So once the SD card is full, it will automatically go to the oldest footage and will start to rewrite it, so you don't have to worry about your SD card filling up or anything like that. Side note really quick about the SD card that I'm using. I talked about it in the last video, but I'm using a SanDisk, but I accidentally put it in the washer with my pants. It ran through both washes. I was able to take it out, plug it back into the system, and it works perfectly fine. So definitely ×3 now, get a SanDisk SD card. Another thing that I really like about this dash cam is that it tells you when it's not working. So if you're to start your car and for some reason there's something wrong, maybe there's a malfunction with your SD card, or maybe there's not enough power going into the dash cam, or any issue like that, or maybe it's not been recording for a long time but it senses your motion, it will start to beep. And the beep it's not super loud, but it's annoying. And it'll continue to beep until you either shut it off or you fix the issue that it has, which is really nice, because if you're driving and for whatever reason something is wrong, you really want to be able to know, oh, is it recording or is it not? And in the same way, whenever you start the car up and it powers on, it gives you a little chime that again is super quiet, but very noticeable and not annoying at all. So it's just nice to know that whenever you turn it on, you hear the chime, you know you're good. And whenever something goes wrong, you have insurance knowing that you can hear something that way too. The last pro I have is the bang for the buck that you get for buying this. Like I said in the last video, it was only about $60, but it comes with a lot of really cool features that I had no idea that it had when I was buying it. For example, I knew that it had a GPS module, but I assumed you'd have to pay for that, and I assumed that it wouldn't be very accurate. I haven't gone too deep into how all of that works, but I do know that from plugging my GPS monitor in, it tells me my general location and it's telling me my speed at all times. And to my surprise, the speed was almost perfectly matched to the actual speed I was going. So that's really another cool thing too. I think you can turn that on and off just in case if you don't want that, but it's nice to have some insurance to know if I get pulled over for speeding that I can at least have some sort of proof that I am or I'm not. So on to the bad things. Like I said, there aren't very many issues, but I really wasn't a big fan of the menu system. It just seems like they could have put 1 or 2 more buttons to make it obvious where to go and where not to go. It is a really long list, and I think they could have shortened a lot of that as well. I get wanting to be able to cover everything and be able to really maximize the user interface, but even just to change the date and the time, I feel like you have to scroll through 20 or 30 menus just to finally get to where you need to go. But I would have loved to see just a much more simple and a much more user-friendly interface, or even have something to where you can connect to an app and set it up that way via Bluetooth or the Wi-Fi or whatnot. But this isn't a big deal for me because you really only have to set these things up once and then you're good to go. So not a huge deal, but just something that could have been a little bit better. And the biggest thing for me is that they didn't come with an integrated battery power for the parking mode. So if you want to have parking mode, which is where when you turn your car off, it's still running in the background. So let's say someone was to hit your car during the night or something like that, you'd be able to capture it. But if you use the things that they gave you to enable that, then you're going to end up draining your battery. So I would have loved to see some type of power bank that came with the kit. So really you could do everything within the dash cam itself. This is also how I felt about the SD card. It would have been nice to just make the price of the dash cam $10 more and throw in an SD card there. So really you can just get the kit and that's all you need. You don't have to go buy an SD card. You don't have to go buy a battery pack. You just have everything you need in this box. I would have loved to see that. But honestly, for the price, I really can't be mad. I think they did an amazing job. I think they gave us a good product, and this is definitely going to be my go-to dash cam for any car that I ever have. And there is an option to get a rear camera as well on the back window. I didn't opt for that because, again, I have some dark tint in the back, so I didn't think it'd be very useful. But for another car, I could easily see myself going for that version or this version. I'd give this dash cam setup a 9 out of 10 for the price, the bang for your buck, and really just how good it works so far. Like I said, it's only been 2 weeks, but from the reviews I've heard in the past and my experience so far, it looks like this dash cam is never going to leave my car. So I hope this helped. This is just my overview, just my general thoughts and talks about everything. But I really like this dash cam. I would highly recommend you guys getting one as well, even if it's not this one. The security and the peace of mind is really, really, really a big deal to me. And I've also been driving better just now that I know that someone is watching and that it's being recorded. It makes me drive better already. So even for that, it might be a good thing for your kids or for, your spouse that might, be swerving on the road every once in a while, But that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm trying to grow the channel, so all that feedback would be really, really nice. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And if you have bought this dash cam or another and you need some help installing, check out this video right here. It'll walk you through the entire system and the entire process of installing a dash cam, hiding the wires, all that good stuff. So yeah, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.